Okay, so today we have another PRS SE model. This is the Special Semi-Hollow. I think it's a relatively recent addition to the PRS SE lineup. You've got a mahogany body with a maple cap on it and maple veneer on top of that. As you can see, you've got a semi-hollow construction. Although the guitar is still pretty weighty. I was surprised when I picked it up that the weight, I would say it's in the upper 7 pounds at least. With a semi-hollow construction, you can definitely feel that the weight is centered towards the bottom of the guitar. So when you pick it up like this, you can kind of feel it tugging from this area because it's heavy. The neck is a set neck. It's a maple neck with a rosewood fretboard. And you've got non-locky tuners, kind of the standard SE metal tuners. These are pretty good. They work pretty well. And in terms of the pickups, you've got an HSH configuration. So you've got the 5815S pickups and then the narrow field in the middle. You've got a 5-way switch, volume, tone, and then 2 mini toggles to tap the humbuckers, to put them into kind of a single coil kind of mode. So that's one thing I like about this guitar compared to some other ones like the Swamp Ash Special. It doesn't have a push-pull to split the pickups. It's got individual selectors, a lot like the Paul's guitar has, and I definitely prefer that. So the 5-way selector, you've got bridge, bridge and middle, bridge and neck. So there's no configuration that allows you to just have the middle pickup on its own. Middle and neck, and then obviously if you tap the pickups, it's the same setup. It's just you get the single coil tones from the bridge and the neck. In terms of build quality, I think this is in line with most of the other SEs I've played lately, which means it's really, really good. The fretwork is excellent. The nuts cut pretty good. Could be a little bit lower, but I'm not going to complain too much about that. The fit and finish looks great. I mean, these are beautiful guitars. You've got the nice maple cap exposed here that you can see. You've got the nice black mahogany finish on the back. Is well put together like the majority of all the SEs that I played lately. So let's go ahead and plug it in and hear how it sounds. But before we do that, as always, I gotta ask if you could hit the like button, maybe leave a comment. Those things really help. If you're interested in picking up one of these guitars, there's a Sweet Wilder affiliate link in the description below. And as always, if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing. Okay, for this demo, I'm going to use my Neural DSP Quad Cortex. I've got a preset up that I'm using some captures of a Friedman IR-J, which is one of their new tube preamps. And I'm running that into an IR running on the Quad Cortex with a little bit of reverb on the end. And it's kind of a Marshall-y kind of tone, but it has a good range from clean to dirty that I think will work well with this guitar. So right now I'm on the neck pickup and I'm in full humbucker mode, and let's hear how it sounds. So, these are the 5815s that I've had in the 594 I've owned, and I've checked them out in other guitars as well. They have a nice clarity to them. They're pretty warm, low output. It sounds good. If we put that neck pickup into kind of single coil mode, this brings us to, I think, a weakness here. I love the 5815 pickups as humbuckers. I've never been a big fan of when you tap them. They kind of get a little weak and anemic for my taste. I think some of the other PRS SE pickups like the DGT pickups or the TCIs that are in the Paul's guitar, I think they go into a better single coil mode. These are just okay in my opinion. We go into the in-between, and this is with the humbucker in humbucker mode. So you get a little bit of that quack going on. to go to single coil mode on the humbucker. So here, when you combine it with the narrow field, the 5815, when it's tapped, does okay. If I go into the middle position, again, this is the neck and the bridge together. So the middle position on this acts more like, think of it like the other PRSs that are just HH guitars, like a Les Paul. You know, this is the blend of the two humbuckers. If we were to tap both of them and put them both into kind of single coil mode, it starts to get a little bit of that telly in between position. If we go to the 2 position with the bridge and humbucker, we tap it. And then we go to the bridge. So really nice bridge humbucker tone. If I tap it, let's go ahead and add some gain here. So this is still staying on the first channel of the RJ, but adding a little bit of gain to it. And I'm going to go back to the bridge in humbucker mode. If I tap it, so again, it's just okay there. If we go to the in-between position, so you can start to get some of those Fender-y kind of tones with kind of a little bit of a spank to it. I think I like it better with the humbucker. If we go to the in-between, you can hear when you combine the humbuckers, you're getting a lot more volume than when you bring the narrow field in. And here's the 4 position. And then here's the neck. So definitely feel like the humbuckers, when they're tapped, do better the more gain you give them. Because they're a little bit weak, in my opinion, when you push the amp a little bit more, I think it brings them to life. And if we add even more gain, so here's more of like a Marshall-y kind of rhythm. So, I mean, that works really well. We go to the in-between position. And try the other in-between. Let me put the neck into single coil mode. So it gets kind of bigger and throatier when you've got it in the humbucker mode. If we go to even more gain, and so this is not only adding gain, but this is also engaging the boost on the IRJ, and that boost is kind of a tube screamer kind of boost. So it is going to push the mids of the guitar more. It is going to cut a little bit of the low end. Let's try putting them both into single coil mode and hear how that sounds on the higher gain stuff. So, again, when you add this much gain, it gets better. So overall, it's a really versatile guitar. With the switching the way it's set up, there's a lot of options. You can get a lot of different tones out of this. But at its core, it's still a mahogany maple top, double humbucker guitar. It's just by adding in the narrow field and the other options, you can approximate some Strat or Tele kind of tones. It's not going to nail it perfectly, but this gives you that kind of Les Paul kind of sound as well. So I think if you're looking for a really versatile guitar with a lot of different flexibility to it, this is a great option. I think it works better than, say, the Swamp Ash Special, which is also an HSH guitar. I think this does better, and I think it's a better sounding guitar, and I think I like it quite a bit more than that guitar. But overall, it's a beautiful instrument. Like I said, just like most SEs these days, the build quality is really top notch. It's amazing what they're able to put together for, good prices, especially, here at the end of the year where they discount everything by 15% or 20% or whatever the deal is these days. So this is a really good guitar. If you're looking for something super flexible and you're thinking about dropping some money into a PRS SE here before the end of the year, I think this is a great option. So I hope you found this helpful. And as always, thanks for watching.